Hi, good morning. Today we are going to dealing with the 10th grade 10th syllabus. In the democratic politics I have taken here. So in the politics we know what is the meaning of the democracy and all those things, right? We know that the major countries like America, India, why not? That last class we have discussed about the Belgium. These are the countries under the democracy. What is a democracy? And today we are going to deal here the meaning of federalism and what are the key features of the federalism. In this chapter, in the previous chapter, we have noted that vertical division of power sharing in different levels of the government in the major forms, power sharing in the modern democracy, right? In this chapter, we focus on this form of power sharing. It mostly common referred to as a federalism. We being be described federalism in general terms. In the rest of the chapter, tires of tries to understand the theory and practice of federalism in India. A discussion of federal constitutional provisions is followed by an analysis of the policies and politics that has strengthened the federalism in practice. Towards the end of this chapter, we turn the local government and new and third tier of Indian federalism. By the way, what do you mean by the federalism? I'm so confused. What do we call the Indian government? Is it union, federal, or central? Let's go back to the contrast between Belgium and Sri Lanka that we have saw in the last chapter. You would recall the one of the key changes that made in the constitution of Belgium. Can you? Yeah, what was reduce the power of central government and gives these powers to the regional governments. So that what they have divided in the country in the many types for the regional governments. Regional governments existed in the Belgium even earlier also, right? They had their own rules and powers, but all these powers are given these governments and could be withdrawn by the central government. The changes uh, that took place in 1993 was the regional governments and was that powers were not longer dependent on the central government. Thus, Belgium shifted for unitary for a federal form of government. In Sri Lanka continues to be for all practical purpose a unitary system where the national government has the powers. Tamil leaders want Sri Lanka become a federal system. Federal system is a government in which power divided into central authority and various constituent units of the country. Make sure that the federal government or the federalism it is a divided between central authority and various constituent units of the country. Usually, federation has two levels of government. One is the government from entire country that is usually responsible for few subjects of common national interest. The other are governments at the level of provinces or state that took over the much of the day-to-day administration or administrating of their state. Both these levels governments enjoy their power independent and another. See, in the central government will be there are the state government that will be having the something is different. Central government will be responsible for the some of the important functions we can call here, and the state government will be day-to-day business will be there and day-to-day this one. But both these levels of governments enjoy the power in independent of other. In this sense, federation are the constructed with unitary governments. Under the unitary system, either there is only one level of government or subunits are subordinate to the central government. See, unitary governments means here we can call as only one government is there or sub unit or subordinate of the central government. The central government can pass an order and the provisional or local governments, but federal system the central government can't order state government to do something. State government has powers of its own for which is not answerable to the central government. Both the governments are separately answerable to the people. Let's look what is the key features of federalism. The federalism we can call as there is a two or more levels. It may be, for example, in India we can call as a gram panchayat, jilla panchayat, gram panchayat, taluk panchayat, jilla panchayat, and the state government. Means we are calling it the tiers of government, right? So different types of government govern the same citizen, but each there of its own jurisdiction in specific matter of legislation, taxation, and administration. What is the jurisdiction here? That is the area over which someone has legal authority. The area may be defined in terms of geographical boundaries or in terms of certain kinds of subject. And the third key feature, the jurisdiction of the respective levels or the tiers of government are specified in the constitution. So existence and authority of each tier government have constitutionally guaranteed. So it has been constitutionally guaranteed. The fourth one, the fundamental provisions of constitution can't be unilaterally changed by one level of government. Such changes require consent both levels of the government. They can't change as they want. That will be they need some concerns from the constitutionally guaranteed. So courts have the power interrupt the constitution. Here see constitution we have, but who has the power to interrupt here means that is none other than the courts. Okay, different levels of government. The highest court act as the umpire if dispute arise between different levels of government in their excess of their respective powers. Sources of revenue for each level of government are clearly specified and ensure the financially autonomy, and federal system that has dual objectives to safeguard and promote unity of the country while at the same time accommodate regional diversity. Therefore, two aspects are crucial for the institution and practice federalism. Government at different levels, is they know, should agree to some rules and of power sharing. They should also trust each would abide by its part of agreement. An ideal federal government has both aspects, that is mutual trust and agreement to live together. These are the key features of the federalism. And next we are going with the coming together, holding together federation. What is the meaning of, and what is the exact balance of the power, and in the next class, and what makes India a federal government, why we are calling as India is a federal government, we can see in the next session. Thank you for watching video. Have a great day ahead.